for Aaron, Bushell, Idioms and Idiots. Idioms and Idiots, Aaron, Bushell.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. I'd like to tell you a story today about teenage Aaron. Now, imagine, if you will, it's the mid-90s. Teenage Aaron was much, much different from adult Aaron. His face was smooth as a baby's bottom. His shoulder-length hair, yeah, this is true, was always a point of contention between he and his parents. His pants would hang down whenever he left his house, and his dad would say things like, "You'll go out of the house looking like that over my dead body." But teenage Aaron didn't care. His teenage Aaron was cool. Now, one day, teenage Aaron and his best friend Jason decided they wanted to go to the mall. Aaron and Jason went way back. They had the kind of relationship that teenage boys who like to get into trouble typically have. If he watched my back, I'd watch his back. Never expect him to stab me in the back. But when you turn your back on someone, sometimes that happens. Now, teenage Aaron and Jason walked into one of the many mall stores with expensive items of questionable quality and taste. As we walked in, we looked around. The store was packed to the gills. There was nary a bit of elbow room. All of the eye-popping, eye-catching, expensive things catching our eyes as we shopped. I noticed, out of the corner of my eye, the long-in-the-tooth store clerk was paying us particularly close attention. And as we walked past her counter, I heard her say, "I've got my eye on you two." Us? Us? Would we ever do something like that? How dare she? How dare she accuse us of doing something untoward like that? We're just teenage boys out in the mall looking to have a good time. We should do something about this. We should do something to pay her back for accusing us of something like that. We should steal from her. Yes, this is the logic of a teenage boy. As Jason and I made our way back to the back corner of the store, we were looking around for something to steal. I told Jason to keep his eyes peeled as I looked for something to pinch. Right in front of me was a watch. An expensive watch. Price tag actually read, an arm and a leg. Jason and I whispered back and forth, trying to decide who was going to be the one to steal the watch. And after a few minutes of planning and determining and talking, we lost our nerve. We didn't steal the watch. Instead of stealing the watch, we shuffled out of the store. As we were walking to the parking lot, I heard a voice behind me. "You two, stop!" I turned around, and headed right for me was the long arm of the law. We could have run. But why? We hadn't done anything wrong. Surely contemplating stealing isn't a crime, is it? In the blink of an eye, the mall security guard was on us. He grabbed us both by the arm, but Jason pulled away gruffly. He said, "If you lay a finger on me, I'll beat your brains out." Now, I thought he said it tongue-in-cheek, but with Jason, you couldn't be sure. He was always the kind who liked to beat his chest when he was challenged by authority. The security guard continued to strong-arm us. "Where's the watch?" he said. "What watch?" we responded. "Don't play dumb with me. I know you took it." Now, we don't see eye to eye, the security guard and us, but I told him we didn't steal any watch. He said, "That's funny, because the store clerk saw you take it firsthand. You're up to your neck in it now, boys." Right then, the second security guard showed up, separated Jason and I, and continued to strong-arm us. My back was against the wall. I said, "Get off my back," but I heard Jason say, "I have something I need to get off my chest." I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my ears. Was he going to admit to stealing the watch? If he admitted that, I'd go to jail for being an accessory to the crime. I've got a pretty thick skin, but even I couldn't stomach what was about to happen. "Listen up," Jason said. The security guards were all ears. "I admit to thinking your uniforms look stupid." Oh, the guards took that one right on the chin. "I'll throw you out of here on your ear," the guard said. "I'm done messing around. Where is the watch?" Right then I knew it was time to put my best foot forward. I said to the guard, "Look, we couldn't have stashed the watch anywhere between the store and here, right? So if we took it, it has to be on our person right now." The security guards were surprised to see me show a little bit of backbone, but they agreed. I continued, "So if we empty our pockets, we show you when we don't have anything, will that be enough proof to let us go?" The security guard stopped for a second and said, "You know what? I'm sticking my neck out here for you boys. But if you're telling the truth, I'll let you go." Jason and I emptied our pockets, everything, any potential hiding spots. We were playing. Whew! Ha! Eat your heart out, Jason said. The security guards were surprised as they would see we didn't have the watch, but they held up their promise. One security guard said, "Boy, I'd give an arm and a leg to find out what happened to that watch." I said to him, "Did it ever occur to you maybe the store clerk had a hand in it?" Right then, a man ran up to us. "I've been robbed!" he screamed. It was the store manager from the store we'd been accused of stealing from. The security guard said, "Tell us what happened." The man said, "I went into the back room to check my inventory, and when I came out, my store clerk, she had emptied the cash register, and she'd taken a very expensive watch." It wasn't Jason and I at all. It had been the store clerk the whole time. The security guards asked the manager, "Which way did she go?" "That way, towards the parking lot," he shouted. The security guard turned to us and said, "Keep your nose to the grindstone and stay out of trouble." They immediately took off running towards the parking lot. Jason and I, having just escaped potential jail time, took one look at each other and took off to follow. So we're running out of the mall. The security guards run out of the parking lot, and they see the woman all the way across the parking lot, walking briskly to her car. They say, "You, stop!" And the woman stops, and she looks around, and she sees us, and she starts walking double quickly to her car. The security guards are running through the mall, running through the parking lot, chasing her. Jason and I, running right behind, trying to keep up. The lead security guard jumps on the woman and tackles her, and the second security guard jumps on her and starts pulling her leg. Just like I'm pulling yours.
Please allow some time for the judges to complete their ballot and do their tumbling. Judges, remember when finished, sign the date at the appropriate parts of the body.